Old VW buses, like the T2, have legions of fans. The last one rolled off the production lines in Germany in 1979. But in Sao Paulo, Brazil, production of the T2 continued right up until the end of last year. It was a huge success during its lifetime. For a whopping 56 years, an average of 20,000 rolled off the assembly line every year. Now it's the end of an era. The van got all dressed up for its swan song with a limited edition model. Volkswagen sales director Jochen Funk says the Old Gal is a very specific product. Some Brazilians regard the VW as a Brazilian brand of German descent. They feel closely tied to both the Beetle and the van. At first, VWs had to be imported to Brazil, but in 1957, a plant in Anchieta began building the T2's predecessor, the T1. Demand grew rapidly from just 370 sold in the first year to over 41,000 4 years later. Production of the T2 began in 1975, signaling the start of a success story that lasted for almost 4 decades. Without changing the van's basic character, VW constantly optimized the vehicle. The limited last edition model was originally envisioned as a batch of just 600, but demand was so great that VW doubled that to 1,200. Maurizio Augusto Marx is the proud owner of one of the first VW vans ever built. He says his is a 1950 panel van. He found it abandoned in the favelas and spent a year and a half restoring the vehicle with original parts. He replaced the headlights and the engine. He says there are only 4 1950 panel vans in Brazil, and only 36 of them in the whole world. In Brazil, the van is a Volkswagen in the literal sense. It's a real people's car. The multi-purpose vehicle can still be seen on almost every street corner. There are no limits to the inventive spirit with which people modify it. The T2 is often seen with the most wacky modifications. It can be a police car, a fire truck, a mobile snack bar, a TV broadcasting studio, or an ambulance. The VW van is good for just about everything. Everyone loved this jack of all trades, but it wasn't able to keep up with the times. Stricter safety and emission regulations helped kill off the cult classic. Jochen Funk explains that the van was designed more than 60 years ago, when airbags and advanced braking systems didn't exist. Even the best engineers can't fit these upgrades into a VW bus. So now regulations mean that the company had to end production despite continuing high demand. The final last edition model, number 1200, was never put up for sale. It was carefully packed up and sent by freighter home to Wolfsburg, Germany. A special place was waiting for it at the Volkswagen Auto Museum. Here, the T2 enjoys its retirement among its relatives. Sven Oliver Kuhn, head of the museum's vintage car team, is sad that this perennial icon is no longer being manufactured. He's glad that the last of the species is in his own hands, but says that is meager consolation.
Aber uns freut natürlich, dass das letzte Auto hier steht, aber eigentlich ist man auch gleichzeitig sehr traurig, wenn man das Fahrzeug sich näher betrachtet.
The T2 is going nowhere soon. With such a loyal following, plenty of existing ones won't be junked or retired for a long time to come.